AI Business Brief for March 22, 2026. NVIDIA's GTC conference failed to impress Wall Street despite announcing $1 trillion in expected chip orders. AI tokens are emerging as a new form of engineering compensation at half of base salary. Delve, a compliance automation startup, faces accusations of generating fake audit evidence while FedEx rolls out AI training to 400,000 workers. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. Next section, lead story. Wall Street's AI reality check. Why $1 trillion in orders wasn't enough. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang delivered a bullish 2.5-hour keynote at GTC this week, announcing eye-watering projections including $1 trillion in expected orders for Blackwell and Vera Rubin chips by end of 2027, calling AI agents a $35 trillion market and physical AI a $50 trillion opportunity. The stock dropped. This disconnect between Silicon Valley confidence and Wall Street nervousness tells you something important. The speed of AI innovation has created what one analyst calls a great new uncertainty. Markets hate uncertainty, and despite NVIDIA's 73% year-over-year revenue growth, investors are questioning ROI, return on investment, visibility, and enterprise adoption rates. If you're a small business owner watching this, the takeaway is simple. The AI infrastructure build-out is real and accelerating, but don't mistake that for proven business value. Companies are buying GPUs because they fear falling behind, not because they've calculated clear returns. That means there's opportunity for businesses that focus on specific, measurable outcomes rather than chasing the hype. Read more. Next section, tools and launches. Salesforce Agentforce Contact Center. AI-powered customer support. Salesforce launched Agentforce Contact Center, which lets AI agents handle routine cases while routing complex issues to human agents with full context. The platform unifies voice data into your CRM, customer relationship management, in real time, capturing customer sentiment and interaction details without requiring massive infrastructure overhauls. Early adopters report they can scale support without sacrificing personalized service. You can start with one team or channel and expand incrementally. Setup takes minutes rather than days, according to Salesforce. No pricing mentioned publicly yet, but this is clearly aimed at businesses already in the Salesforce ecosystem. If you run a service business with customer support needs, this is worth investigating. The promise of AI handling Tier 1 support while humans focus on complex cases is compelling, but make sure you understand the total cost of ownership, including integration time and training. Read more. NVIDIA's Orbital AI platform. Space computing arrives. NVIDIA announced a platform for bringing AI computing into orbit, supporting orbital data centers and autonomous space operations. Huang called it the final frontier of space computing. This isn't something most small businesses will touch directly, but it signals where edge computing is heading. Processing data where it's generated rather than shuttling it to centralized servers. For SMB, the practical implication is that AI inference at the edge, on devices, in local networks, and specialized hardware, is becoming mainstream. If you're building products that need real-time AI decision-making without cloud latency, this trend matters. Read more. Next section, Business Playbook. HP's Smart Printing Study. $58 billion in productivity gains. HP's Workflow Wake-Up report found that AI-enhanced printing could deliver $58 billion in productivity gains globally, $25 billion in the US alone. The study shows 80% of SMB, small and medium business, knowledge workers say smart printing reduces daily frustrations, and 87% report enhanced workflow efficiency. This sounds like vendor research because it is, but the underlying insight is valid. Mundane operational tasks compound into massive time sinks. AI-powered devices that predict maintenance needs, optimize resource usage, and eliminate troubleshooting free up IT teams to focus on strategic work rather than reactive firefighting. If your team spends more than an hour per week dealing with printer issues, document formatting, or similar operational friction, quantify that time cost. Multiply by hourly rates. You'll likely find that upgrading to smarter systems pays for itself within months. The pattern applies beyond printers to any repetitive operational workflow. Read more. FedEx's 400,000 worker AI training initiative. FedEx partnered with Accenture to roll out enterprise-wide AI literacy training across 440,000 employees globally. The program uses role-based, personalized training that updates monthly as the technology evolves. Employees can complete modules during work hours or off hours, and the company is seeing frontline workers seek corporate advancement at higher rates. The program started with full C-suite buy-in, including a 2-day Silicon Valley immersion for executives. FedEx is measuring AI quotient as employees complete training, focusing on progress rather than rigid success metrics. If you're thinking about AI training for your team, FedEx's approach offers a blueprint. Start with leadership buy-in, provide flexible scheduling, keep content current, and create communities of practice where employees share what they learn. You don't need Accenture's budget to adopt these principles. Read more. Next section, Pricing and Access Watch. AI tokens as compensation. The new signing bonus. Jensen Huang floated the idea at GTC that engineers should receive roughly half their base salary in AI tokens, the computational units that power tools like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. His top people burn through $250,000 per year in compute. Theory Ventures VC Thomas Tungas noted in February that startups are already adding inference costs as a fourth component to compensation alongside salary, equity, and bonuses. The New York Times reported engineers at Meta and OpenAI compete on internal leaderboards tracking token consumption, with generous token budgets becoming a standard perk like dental insurance or free lunch. For small business owners, this matters because it signals compute costs are material and growing. If you're running agentic AI workflows, systems that spawn sub-agents and work autonomously, you can blow through millions of tokens per day. Budget accordingly, and consider whether you need agent automation or if simpler prompt-based tools deliver enough value. Token budgets for humans also mean higher expectations. If your company funds significant compute on your behalf, they'll expect proportional productivity gains. Read more. Next section, Industry Moves. Delve Compliance Scandal. Fake audit evidence accusations, Y Combinator-backed compliance startup Delve raised $32 M series at $300 M valuation, faces allegations of misleading hundreds of customers with fabricated audit evidence. An anonymous Substack post claims Delve generates fake evidence of board meetings, tests, and processes that never happened, and that audit firms rubber stamp reports without independent review. The whistleblower alleges Delve's approach inverts the normal compliance structure by generating auditor conclusions before independent review, creating structural fraud that invalidates the entire attestation. Delve responded by saying it's an automation platform, not an audit firm. If you're a small business relying on third-party compliance certifications, SOC 2, HIPAA, GDPR, this is a reminder that speed and convenience can hide corners being cut. Ask your compliance vendor, who conducts the independent review? Can you speak directly with the auditor? What evidence can you inspect? Real compliance takes time. If a vendor promises instant certification, be skeptical. Read more. Hachette pulls AI-generated horror novel publisher Hachette Book Group pulled Shy Girl by Mia Ballard over concerns AI was used to generate the text. The novel was already published in the UK and scheduled for US release this spring. Reviewers on Goodreads and YouTube had flagged likely AI generation before the publisher acted. The author denied using AI, blaming an editor she hired for the self-published version. Industry observers note U.S. publishers rarely do extensive editing of titles already published elsewhere, suggesting trust-based acquisition practices. For content creators and publishers, this highlights the growing scrutiny around AI-generated text. Readers can spot AI writing patterns, and platforms are starting to enforce disclosure requirements. If you're using AI to assist with writing, which many professionals do ethically, be transparent about your process and ensure human oversight is substantive, not cosmetic. Read more. Next section, Quick Wins. Use Git fluently with coding agents. Simon Willison's latest guide covers using Git with coding agents like Claude Code. Key insight: coding agents are fluent in Git's full feature set, including advanced operations like interactive rebases, bisects, and merge conflict resolution. You don't need to memorize Git commands anymore. Just describe what you want and let the agent handle the mechanics. Example prompts that work with any coding agent. Show me what changed in the last few commits. Fix this merge conflict. Find when this bug was introduced using Git bisect. I accidentally deleted some code. Can you find it? If you're using AI coding assistance but still treating Git like a black box, you're leaving productivity on the table. Let the agent handle Git operations while you focus on what the code should do. Read more. Next section, Outlook. 3 threads emerge from this week's news. Infrastructure investment continues despite uncertain returns. AI is reshaping compensation and job expectations, and trust questions are surfacing around both AI-generated content and AI-powered compliance tools. The gap between Wall Street's caution and Silicon Valley's confidence suggests we're in a transition period where real value and hype are still sorting themselves out. Small businesses have an advantage here. You can focus on specific, measurable use cases while larger competitors chase market positioning. Watch for token pricing, changes as compute demand scales, and treat any AI vendor promising instant results with healthy skepticism. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina Clear Tech, stay smart, stay ahead.